These are the top 10 best fashion shows of 2024. Let's go! 10. Balmain Fall Winter 2024. The show took place last January in Paris and it was designed by the house creative director Olivier Roustan, who said that the biggest source of inspiration for this collection were the sapeurs, also known as dandies from Congo, that had a very colorful and bright outfits but still very elegant. And he also used several images by artist Prince Jazzy in the garments, with many patterns and colors sourced from artist Ibinoya's work. Motifs like eyes and mouth were present throughout the collection, creating optical illusions through fully embellished garments. The show was closed by supermodel Naomi Campbell wearing a classic beige coat with a few touches of surrealism. 9. Valentino Spring Summer 2025. Taking place in Paris last October, this show was the debut collection by Alessandro Michele for the brand. A collection that represents a change for the brand, but that has all the elements that characterize Michele's work, where ruffles, collars, faux fur, lace, and extra accessories can be found in each look. The collection fused elements from the New Romantics movement with the Rococo style, all while taking inspiration from the brand's 1970s archive. 8. Loewe Spring-Summer 2025. A collection presented in Paris last October and designed by Jonathan Anderson, who was then named the Designer of the Year at the Fashion Awards. A collection that represents reduction and has notes of minimalism. Silhouettes and structures are key for this collection, with several floral printed floating dresses. Florals were also present in graphic tees that reference Impressionist artists. This collection had a lot of craftsmanship and attention to detail, with several leather pieces creating volume, and the star of the show, a mother-of-pearl handmade dress. 7. Miu Miu Spring-Summer 2025. A collection designed by Miuccia Prada and presented last October in Paris. This was a collection that felt quirky and cute, as well as very sporty chic, where styling played a central role, as it brought back this concept of adding accessories and layers of clothes where they don't belong. For the show, the brand collaborated with artist Goshka Makuga in the release of a small newspaper that represents the truth that can be shared through this media. But probably the highlight of the show was the presence of celebrities like Alexa Chung or William Dafoe on the runway. 6. Bottega Veneta Spring-Summer 2025. A collection presented last September in Milan showing women's wear and menswear and designed by the brand creative director Matthew Blazy, who will be moving on to Chanel next year. This was Blazy's most playful collection to date, as it references his childhood by mentioning that when you're a kid, you think that anything is possible. The theme can be reflected in the oversized fit of all the garments that resembles the parents' clothes, but it was clearer in the accessories, like the crochet knitted flowers present in several bags or the old supermarket plastic bag. But the hero product of this season was not on the runway, but on the front row, as leather sacco chairs with the shape of 15 different animals were the seats designated for the guests. 5. Saint Laurent Spring-Summer 2025. A collection presented in Paris and designed by Anthony Vaccarello. I like to divide this show into two different sections, an homage to Yves Saint Laurent and an homage to Yves Saint Laurent's work, as the show opened with several suits and oversized glasses similar to the ones the founding designer used to wear. Differing from the office siren trend, these suits had a more androgynous appeal. Moving on to the second part of the show, that's where color is introduced through patterned jackets and contrasting skirts, elements that look extremely similar to YSL's Spring-Summer 1989 collection. 4. Dries Van Noten Spring-Summer 2025 Menswear. This collection, presented in June in Paris, is extremely important as this was the last collection designed by the founder of the brand, Dries Van Noten, who announced his retirement from designing in March. Over a silver runway that references the brand's Fall-Winter 2006 collection, walked the models wearing voluminous organza coats and floral knee-length shorts, bringing together the brand's signature colors and patterns. The collection was very memorable and worked as a summary of the designer's work. 3. Alaya Summer Fall 2024, a collection presented inside of the Paris boutique off schedule last January. Designed by Peter Muller, combining luxurious materials with construction technology, as most of the collection was made using merino wool, with the most memorable piece of this collection being these dresses that hold this shape thanks to the fact that they are actually 3D printed. Accessories were quite important to this collection as there was a lot of focus on the cuff. This collection took the team over a year of research and production, making it more outstanding than many of the couture's collections shown during that 2. Week. Chloé Fall-Winter 2024, a collection presented in Paris last March, marking the debut of the new creative director, Ximena Kamali, and marking the return of the boho chic style. For the collection, the designer looked back into the archives of the brand and came out with a modern version of the boho chic style. But all the essentials were present, such as fluid and transparent blouses and dresses with lots of ruffles and a little bit of lace here and there, capes and flared trousers with over-the-knee boots, aviator glasses, gold statement jewelry, clogs and maxi bags. This collection goes into the memory of the customers that loved boho chic in the 2000s and has one very important characteristic: wearability. 1. Maison Margiela Spring 2024 Couture Collection, presented last January in Paris and designed by John Galliano, making it the last collection he designed for the brand as he announced he was stepping down as creative director in December. But he definitely left with an impact. Many described this collection as the comeback of Galliano, and I have to say he definitely had one of the most successful years. The collection had all the elements that described him as a designer, such as cinching in the waist and the theatricality in the appearance of the models. Clearly, Galliano was onto all the details for this collection, including the way the models walked and the doll skin makeup created by Pat McGrath.